Everyone that comes into your life, they're either trying to awaken something in you, teach you something in regards to your evolution for the better. Imagine if humans were constantly happy all the time and that was the only emotion that we felt every single day. How pathetic would that be? Like, there would be no evolution, there would be no growth, there would be no transformation. We would always feel the same emotion, so there is no point of creation. Creation comes from void. From void, things birth. And once it takes that form, it sheds its former old past self. So you're constantly shedding versions of yourself. You shed the version of yourself when you were a child, when you were a teen, and then when you were an adult, and so on and so forth. We are constantly shedding versions of ourselves. You are completely different to the person you were 2 weeks ago, last year, 3 months ago, 6 months ago. So you're constantly evolving. Some people do not evolve, some people do stay stagnant, but that is still a form of evolution because you're evolving in a manner that does not serve you, but that is still evolution at the end of the day. It's just not in the way that you want it to be. I personally have experienced so much miracles that happened in my life where, like, in the moment I had no idea and I was oblivious to how things really worked out for me. But when you truly reflect and when you're out of the picture, you really start to realize, like, wow, like, I really went through that and I would have not expected it to turn out like this. But because of this situation that didn't work out for me, I got to gain A, B, and C. I got to gain something else that I would have not even imagined or fathomed for me to gain it in any other way than this. So everything does truly work out for you. I just feel like a lot of people are just oblivious to how things work out for you. And I personally believe that I am constantly being guided in my life for my highest good. Just having that belief literally shows itself in my own life, and at the time I didn't know. But when you just have such unwavering faith into things always working out, even if you don't have like that, even if your life is shambolic, even if it's just like it's not adding up, trust me, this is one thing I also learned through my experience, is just to trust. I know it sounds very vague, but it's to truly trust in the unseen, and just literally, like, if you have a problem, give it to God and be like, this is for you to do. I'm out of the way, like, I'm gonna let you do what you gotta do, and I just give it to you and not stress, because at the end of the day, I'm a human. I'm not God. I'm not, you know what I mean? So there is limitations to us as humans, as you guys already know, but that doesn't mean that we also shouldn't come to the realization we are also as powerful. Like, we should also come to the recognition that we are literally a droplet of God. Why would we not wear that like a badge on our chest? Just saying. And it's so funny because before, when coincidences and just seeing things and stuff like that, I would always think like, oh, it's just a coincidence, it's just a coincidence. There was a time where, like, I would think about something and then I would see it within a couple of hours, or sometimes I would see it within a couple of minutes. And at the time, I used to see as coincidences or just brush it off like it's not that deep. But now that I know what I know in terms of the multi-dimensional aspect of reality and just reality creation, I now understand my position in the world, and I also understand how important my position in the world is. Because knowing it is one thing, actually internalizing it as a truth and positioning yourself in a way where it does serve you, completely a different story. I am also aware that my mind is constantly manifesting, and whether it's for my highest good or if it's not serving me, I'm still manifesting at the end of the day. Because if God is depicted as the creator, the all, the everything, then if we are made in the quote-unquote image of God, then we also have those similar traits in a way. Literally, I shall ask and I shall receive. Also, more than ever, I definitely trust my intuition 100 billion% more. I listen to my dreams, and if I have any inner visions or just nudges to do things, I am more active on that. But before, when you're just living your life on autopilot, you don't question your dreams, you don't argue back or even take into consideration what your intuition is saying. And 9 times out of 10, you feel that like shame of like, oh, like I knew certain things weren't gonna happen, but I still like dismissed my intuition. So things like that is literally the way of the world trying to make you forget your true essence and where you truly belong. And it's so funny because there's a movie that I watched that literally depicts all of that. I don't know if you guys watched Percy Jackson, but in the movie, basically Percy, the demigod, he goes on a quest, and as he goes with his with one white girl and one black dude, I don't know their names, they go to Vegas, go to some bar, and there were these ladies serving them these flour cupcakes. If you guys know, you know. And through them eating those cupcakes, they were pretty much losing their ability to conceptualize time or even still go on their quest. And on that place, Percy, his inner voice was speaking to him pretty much, whilst his other two friends were like already like lost in the sauce. They were drinking, all of that, and he was reminded of his mission. And I feel like that movie literally illustrates us humans. It's so mad when you watch a movie, like when you watch a movie and there's correlations in literally your life or just like life in general with humans. So it just goes to show you like something external can literally feed you shit to make you lose focus, to make you forget your true essence. And that movie literally, that movie was so good. Like they need to come up with more parts. If you guys loved Percy Jackson, because I love that movie, yeah, they need to run that shit up. I ain't gonna lie, they need to run that shit up because that was too good. Like certain movies just showcase how life is, but in a very exaggerated way. But if you know, you know. Like, I don't know what to say. That's why it's so important to listen to your intuition, to your dreams. Literally meditate on your dreams and you get so much clarity. So funny because in this world we are told, do not take your imagination serious. Your dreams are nothing, they just make believe. But nothing in this reality that you can see in front of you was not constructed in the mind of someone. Even this lip gloss had to be in the mind of someone, and then someone took action. It became real, something tangible, something you can hold. So you're telling me that imagination is not real? Do you see how society dims your own godly abilities to manifest or even internalize certain shit that should be inherently known to you, but it makes you forget? Just like that movie, that Percy Jackson movie. This is why you have to tap into your inner temple, tap into your dimension, because I feel like everything that you want to know is literally within you. Parallel of selves. In the book, the author talks about pretty much how there's so many different frequencies already within you. So when you live your life a certain way, you're embodying one frequency, but there is so many different lanes, so you can change your life anytime you want, because all of these frequencies are already within you, which is so mad. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I need to finish that book thing. Good book. And the last thing is, you need to get a life. Like, quite literally, get a life. People who are attached to people, to things, to anything external to them, literally have no life. Those are the same people who be on social media comparing, doing the most. Like, why are you abandoning yourself and you're putting all of your energy onto someone next door? Keep in mind, this person isn't growing you. You are living your life every single day and you're just wasting time for no reason, because you do not have hobbies, you do not have systems in place, you don't even know what you want, you are not passionate about anything, you don't even want to learn a skill, you don't want to evolve, you don't want to be better. And whilst doing that, you get so consumed that you forget your own life, you forget the things that you need to do. And anytime you're doing that, you are destroying yourself without even realizing it, and then you get stuck into this cyclical cycle of a rut. And then before you know, you start hating yourself, you start feeling shame, guilty, all of those low vibrational emotions, and then you wonder, why isn't my life changing? Keep in mind, everyone has their own problems. You can be like trying to pocket what, trying to look at what someone else next to you is doing and how they have such a better life. But at the end of the day, like, no one is really thinking about you like that. I just feel like people put people on pedestals and they glorify them, especially with celebrities. And it's like, those people don't even think about you. Like, let's just say, for example, your favorite like celebrity, the one that you're like obsessed with, you know, your crush or whatever. Let's just say you were on the plane and they were also on the plane and you guys are about to die. Do you think you're gonna have time to still think about them like that? Or are you gonna be like, oh my gosh, what do I need to do to survive? What do I need to, you know what I'm trying to say? So like, bro, people are flesh. It's your ability to not redirect that energy to something that serves you is the thing that is literally destroying you without you even knowing it. And stop watching other people leveling up, getting what they want. You're sat on the sideline every single year, every single time, not doing anything about your life, even though you know you want better, yet you're not proving that to yourself. Are you proud to be a pocket watcher? Like, is that something to be proud about? I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. You know what I mean? I don't understand people who do up FOMO. A big age, you're doing up FOMO. Like, I don't understand. First of all, social media is not real life. People can show you the most perfect life, the most perfect everything, but at the end of the day, you don't know if it's AI. First of all, you don't know if that is the life they're living. You don't know how they get their money. Some people do the most to get bread, and they can literally show you whatever they want. They can literally deceive you, and the whole time you think they actually really have it like that. Like, I know people, they'll buy something that is branded like Chanel or something, and like they'll be sharing that shit, taking photos and that, you know what I mean? So don't ever try to compare yourself. I know it's easier said than done, but if you're constantly on your phone day in, day out, like waking up, brain rotting yourself through TikTok, whatever, IG, get your priorities in place. Like, it's 2026. If you're not leveling up, you're just staying stagnant, and God's creation is not stagnant. If you look at trees, if you look at water, it's constantly in motion, it's constantly changing, it's constantly moving forward. I feel like nature teaches you a lot of how to operate, and when you get your ego out of the way, or if you go to the beach or you go for walks, you really start to understand how life or nature is very, very simple, but we make things complicated. So you have to constantly come home to yourself. And when people compare themselves, they literally forget about their own life. They literally pour so much energy onto those people, and those people are getting your energy. You're giving people energy, and you're becoming leaky, and you don't even know why. And you're wondering, oh, why do I feel brain fog, all of those things? It's because your energy is going elsewhere. You're focusing on something else. Attention goes, energy flows. That shit is so real. Social media is literally made to capture your attention. There are web developers who, like when TikTok became a thing, they used human psychology, like dark human psychology, and the software to make the apps or whatnot. Those people know what they're doing to capture your attention, to give you an algorithm that will make you stay on the app. And when people are on the app, that's how the company or the app or the social media platform gets paid. Keep in mind, they did the big one with their research and everything. They did all of that just to capture attention, because remember, your attention is a form of currency, whether you know it or not. If you're not building this currency to serve you in any way, shape or form, your currency, like, you're being finessed and you don't even know it. I hope this video helped. I hope it taught you how to detach, and let me know if you can relate to any of these. I personally never had a FOMO issue. I know friends who had that issue. I just feel like I'm just so tapped out of what is going on with the trends and everything, unless someone tells me. But other than that, let me know, and if you're struggling with anything, say it. Like, it's not that deep, stay so calm, and yeah, let me know. And